This is SlimmBob. And my ears itching. Yesterday I went to the pictures. I booked the tickets before. And I went with some mates to see James Cameron's Avatar in 3D. Now, as you know, I saw the 15-minute preview of this film. And you know what I thought about it, didn't you? Right? Have a guess what this film was like. James Cameron's Avatar, it was a long film. Have a guess what it was like. You don't know? How would I describe it? Oh, this is how I would describe that film. Well, I went to a pub the other day. Did you know? What did you have to drink? I don't fucking care! I'm so Avatar! Always comes in handy. So what do you think? This film was the best film I've ever seen in my entire life, in history, in my life. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, it's so good. It's like, oh, you know, like, I saw Green Day, right? Said it was the best film of my life. Watched Cirque du Freak, Vampire's Assistant, and that, I thought that ruined me here. But, ladies and gentlemen, James Cameron's Avatar came out this year and has redeemed everything, because it's the best film ever made. It really is. It's so good. It is immense. Oh, it's so good. I watched it in 3D. It has to be watched in 3D. It has to be seen in 3D. I've already convinced my Uncle Simon, right? Because he was going to see it in 2D. I'm like, what the fuck? You can't in Avatar. It's so good. The last film I saw, obviously, well, you should know already, my favourite film of all time is Terminator 2, Judgment Day, which is incidentally another James Cameron film. I watched that like 13 years ago, so I was like 5, yeah. I shouldn't be watching it, but I did, and I loved it, and I've loved it ever since. So it's been 13 years since I've seen a film that's good. I literally walked out of the cinema. I couldn't sleep last night because of it, Avatar. Because it gave me a feeling which I've never felt before after watching a film. I actually fell in love with the film. My phone's going off. Please don't be a phone call. Oh, it's alright. It's just so good, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's talk about it. Visual style. It's so good. It's so good. It looks amazing. 3D effects. Never seen it was good in my life. Even beginning, it impressed me. I was to be less impressed than other people, you know, because I've seen preview. But if I like, this bit, I'm going to say it. Right, because what do you call him? What's his name? I still don't know his name and character. Sam Worthington's character is like in this cryo thing. And he goes out and it's this pod. And it's like a huge room full of them. Right? I've never experienced this in a film until this one time. There was actual depth perception. You could actually, you know, normally when it's, because they're all CGI in Mike, normally you could tell, you know, that's your character, you got your actor there. I'm using the gun for some reason. You got actor there, and that would be the backdrop. That's what you call a backdrop, innit? Right? That's your object, that's the backdrop. But it weren't like that. It was as if it flowed. I know it seems strange, but that to me is a revolution in itself. To actually have real depth perception in a film, it's just so amazing. It's fantastic. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm impressed. But yeah, and anyway, if you're wondering this gun, where it's from, Here's a clue. It was a 90s kids show, this gun. Comment if you know where it's from. I'll be very happy if you do. It weren't very good, but it were, yeah. Point is, James Cameron's Avatar, the visual style, the effects are impeccable. I've never seen else so good, especially fight scenes, because there's so much going off. It's, you know, like Star Wars. So I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I love Star Wars. I love the fact that the worlds they create in Star Wars are believable. But Avatar has fucking took that to an all other level. It's so immersive. I know this seems strange, right? But because the resolution's so high, I know it's strange. 3D has high resolution, but Avatar, right? They've obviously had to have the character models and everything high resolution, and it's very good because and it's great. I love it so much. But yeah, I've 7. Oh, no, shut up! I can't wait. Just go and see it, please. The sound. Why am I doing it like a game? The point is, the music is. It's kind of strange. It reminds me of Titanic music. Obviously, that's another Cameron film, but the music's wonderful. I was going out at cinema. It's a rare thing, this, when I go out at cinema and I actually want to watch credits, and I did. I wanted to watch credits because I wanted to see everything. I didn't want it to end. I'll probably see it again weekend, which is now actually. So I would have probably seen it again by the time you watch this review. But I'm speechless. I love it. I'm not speechless. I'm gonna keep going on, convincing you to watch Avatar. The characters themselves, they're so interesting. They're interesting people. I want to know about them because they're great. It's great. The character, Sam Worthington's character, is fantastic. Sigourney Weaver's character, which I know this is strange, but I applaud James Cameron for implementing this. Sigourney Weaver's character smokes in the workplace. I know that seems strange. That seems like a weird thing to compliment on, but think about it, right? How many films nowadays actually have smoking in the workplace? They're not allowed, are they? Because of smoking ban and shit like that. So, but to me, it makes it more immersive to have Sigourney Weaver smoke. She always smokes anyway, but I just think that is so good. The fact that it's like, you know what, fuck it, she would smoke, and she smokes. It's great. So what's the story about in Avatar? I were slightly wrong with that preview. What it is, right? These group of humans, if you've seen trailers, it's well explained in trailers. This group of humans, this military group, finds this world called Pandora, where it's occupied by the natives, these humanoid natives called the Na'vi. And what happens is, it turns out where the Na'vi live, there's this resource that they want, this like rock, which is really valuable. It's like, what is it, $1 million for every kilo or something ridiculous. So they want it. They want it. So what they do, the scientists, Sigourney Weaver's lead of these scientists, and she wants to learn about the creatures. So what happens? Sam Worthington, he's sent in, but in order to infiltrate the Na'vi, they have to become them. So what they do, they like have these Na'vi bodies, and they use this machine to like transport the human's consciousness into the Na'vi's body, and that's how he gets access to like the Na'vi. And he like, it's good because all the way through, it's such a classic story.